Welcome, guys. It's your girl, Amara La Negra, as usual. Ya ustedes saben, you already know the routine. You're listening to Exactly Amara, a production of iHeart. Thank you so much for tuning in, as usual. Every Thursday, you guys know that I'm here. I have been teasing everyone on my social media platform at Exactly Amara, just giving you guys a little heads up of what the topics will be. So, something that was very controversial was something that I posted on Instagram. And if you follow me at Amara La Negra ALN, Amara La Negra ALN, you'll get to see me post every so often things that I find controversial and interesting. But before I get to that, subscribe. Don't forget to subscribe, rate, and share this podcast with all your friends and family. Leave a comment, good or bad, no importa. I'll be right there to read it. And if I have to curse your ass out, I'll do that too. And if I have to show you some love, I'll do that too. So thank you so much for hearing me talk shit every Thursday. That's why today I want to talk about something como que me tocó el corazón. Me tocó el alma. I felt it in my heart. I felt it in my spirit. I was on the Instagram or whatever. Entonces, I saw this girl that posted something. I was like, oh my God, let me repost and put it on my page. And it was this pregnant girl, or rather better, this pregnant woman on her knee proposing to a man. Entonces, there was this part of me, obviously, now that, I'm pregnant, I was like, oh my God, I don't know if I would ever, even without me being pregnant, but okay, I don't know if I would ever be in a situation where I'm like, oh my God, you're the love of my life, at the Lord, or whatever. I'm just gonna, get my fat ass on this knee. And first of all, you have to go to the store y comprar un anillo, and I'm gonna spend my money. I'm gonna spend my money on you, whatever. If you're a good man and you deserve it, I don't have a problem. I'm not stingy. ¿Tú me entiendes? I'll spend the money. Pero I'm going to get on one knee and I'm going to be like, fulanito, the love of my life, whatever. Since you haven't asked me to marry you, then let me ask you. Como que, pero at the same time, then the other feminist side of me is like, that's fucking right, bitch. Take control of the situation. If that's your man and you want to secure that and he hasn't told you how he felt about you, marry his ass. Ponlo rápido. Óyeme. Dale, that's it. We're making it happen. I don't want to hear it. That's it. You're mine. You belong to me. Your mother gave birth to you so that I could have you. But at the same time, it's like, los hombres saben lo que quieren. Well, they really don't. They don't. Son las mujeres que dicen, mami, que los hombres, la mujer hace el hombre. But los hombres saben lo que quiere. If he hasn't proposed to you, mija, it's either because he's not ready, because he's financially maybe not ready or stable, because he's still fucking around with his side bitch and he's trying to figure it out, is the truth. Because he's not secure about how he feels about you. He may like you, but he may not feel that you're wifey material. Because you might be the one that you're lingering around in the meantime para que tú le resuelva, you cook, clean, le da el todo, and in the meantime, he figures out the one that he really wants. All this other stuff. Because when a man really wants you, this is how I think. I don't know. I don't think nobody's wanted me that bad yet because I'm still single. But anyways, that's another story. He would have been put a ring on it, like Beyonce said. Anyways, I felt this post to my heart. I don't know if there's any other women out there that can relate to me, because I have mixed emotions. I don't know if I should be like, you go, girl. Look at you taking control of the situation and marrying that man, pregnant on your knee or without even being pregnant. You went out there and this is your man. Or should I be like, bitch, if you don't get your ass up from this damn floor right now, okay? De que tú agachándote ahí, pidiéndole matrimonio a un hombre que ni te lo ha pedido a ti, gastándote tu dinero and everything. No. Pero para eso, for that's why today I had to bring in my producer, my friend, mi pana, mi amigo, mi compadre, my everything, Alex, to help me out with this topic because I don't know how I feel about it today. Yo, Alex, how you doing?
I'm doing excellent. I can't wait to get to the nitty gritty. I want to get down on my knees and hope that this is the best episode. No pun intended, because this is the women getting on their knee episode.
No, and besides, shouldn't you be having these conversations beforehand? Like, las mujeres sabemos tirar puya. We know how to insinuate, like, babe, I'd really like to get married, formalize this, blah blah blah, whatever. Hint. That means, dude, she's ready for it. Propose. Pero if he doesn't do it, then, Alex, how would you feel if a girl gets down on her knee?
Well, I'll tell you what. just really quickly, we're also going to introduce Arlene. She's another one of our producers
Arlene
here.
Is in here with us? Oh,
yes,
snap.
yes. Arlene's she is hiding, ladies and gentlemen, but she is here with us in her beautiful HD voice.
I'm here because I'm listening. I'm absorbing this topic because I'm a little nervous to get involved with this conversation.
I just think it's good because now we have two female perspectives, and then there's me. And you know what? If a girl were to get down on one knee and propose to me, honestly, I would kind of feel like not less of a man. Like, I don't know. To me, that would just mean like, damn, you love me that much. Maybe, because it could go two ways, right? Maybe she's ready right now, and I am too, but I'm kind of taking a little bit longer, right? But if she were to express her love to me at first, Amara, like that shows me, oh my God, I'm her day one. She wants me here. You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
But that's just my mentality, because there's other dudes that'll just be like, oh God, I'm not ready for this. No.
Or like, oh my God, qué vergüenza. Tú te imaginas, oh my, if you go through the whole process of going to the Walmart and buying a ring, bitch, you better only get that ring from the damn Walmart. Because if you go to the bougie ass store to get a ring, I'm gonna beat your ass. But okay, fine. You go get the ring, put it on layaway, and then you finally get your ring. You give it to your man. You do this whole production al frente de la gente. And if you're gonna do it, please do this privately. Don't do this publicly. Because if si él le da la gana to then be like, no. Or I'm not ready yet. Or if he pulls you up from the floor without even saying no, if he just yanks your arm like, bitch, get up.
But doesn't that go two-way too? And this is a question for both of you, right? So like, I get down and propose to either Arlene or you, Amara, and you guys could easily pretty much do the same thing. Guys will do it in a public setting in the middle of Epcot in Disneyland.
So you don't say no?
You know, like, what do you do?
I think the craziest part about this post is that she's pregnant. And based on the image, they're at the beach. She's gone above and beyond for this guy. I mean, I hope that she was planning it, but that she kind of hinted that this was going to go down so that the guy wasn't completely taken aback. But I think that's the most important aspect, that she's pregnant. So for me, I want to know, where is this guy at mentally? Is he not ready to be with her, or is he not ready to step up for this family? Because the baby's here.
No, the most important part is que él es un come mierda. That's the most important part. Is that he's trash. You know why? Because if I see my baby mother, my girlfriend, not my fiance, but the woman that I'm with, the woman that I busted in here, now she's over here pregnant on her knee, I would automatically say yes, whatever, pero levántala del piso. Tú sabes lo que pesa esta barriga. You know how heavy this stomach is to do all that sacrifice to even get on a knee, and you're just going to stand there de que smiling, de que holding her hand. Niño, levántala la pobre. See, he waited que le tiraran foto, mi amor, video, pictures and everything so that he could feel like, oh, and then the stories later. Oh yeah, I remember that time your mother took me to the beach and she was pregnant. She got on her knees and she asked me to marry her. I don't know.
That is a beautiful story written in a Disney book one day. I'm going to tell you right now. I'm going to tell you right now, Amara. So get ready for that. And now is it a play on stuff that has happened in our personal lives that makes us feel this way?
Mira, hay otra cosa. There's the saying que muchacho no amarra hombre. You know, a lot of times, with all due respect, I'm not saying that this is the case on the girl in the picture that I posted on the Instagram. No. But a lot of times, women feel como que I'm going to secure this man and I'm going to get pregnant. If I get pregnant, he's not going to leave me or he's going to be stuck with me at lo otro. And then when you see that doesn't work out, she's like, I'm desperate. Let me get on one knee and ask him to marry me, whatever. Entonces, you're trying to... Es como que I feel... First of all, men and women, we have natural instinct. For us as women, we're natural nurturers. We want to have a household. We nest. We expect, we want all those beautiful things. Men, I feel that they want the same things later on in life when they mature, when they have more experience. But for the most part, they're not necessarily nurturers like women. We're just built naturally different. That's why we balance each other out. We both can't be the same. So you can't force things, You can't force a man to love you. You can't force a man to want to marry you. You can't force... He may say yes por pena, because he feels bad, He may say yes out of pressure. He may say yes out of many things, but how will you ever really know, is this honestly what he really wanted to do? Did he really wanted to commit to me, or did I force him into committing with me because I'm pregnant on one knee, putting him a ring? Like, I think it's a lot of pressure. I think it's something that should happen between both of you guys, whenever you're ready. And I also think that as a woman, I feel a little bit more sensitive to this topic because, one, I'm pregnant, so I can understand the situation. And two, because of society, because I'm sure that in other cultures, things is different. But because of society has taught us, even from a little girl watching Disney movies, that, Prince Charming, este lo otro, they have to ask you, you're the lady, this and that. That's why I have mixed emotions, because there's a part of me that feels like maybe it's okay. Maybe there really isn't anything wrong. Like, if I'm ready and I feel it in my heart to want to ask you to marry me, what's the problem? But society puts so much pressure, and you feel like, damn, I shouldn't ask, or this is not the right thing to do. Yeah, maybe that's what it is. What do you think, Arlene?
I agree. I'm all about breaking gender norms. The issue for me isn't that the woman is asking or the man is asking. I'm all about it. If I was in her situation and I really wanted to lock this guy down, I don't think I would mind asking him to marry me. But I agree with you that society right now, I mean, as far as the patriarchy, we are still upholding that. The dynamics between men and women are still very much at play. And so for me, and this is how I live my life personally, I always have that in my mind. The different dynamics between a man and a woman, and how no matter what the situation is, we're always going to be seen differently. I hope to break those barriers down the road if I ever have children one day, but the reality is still the reality. Society is still very much the way it is, and we uphold the patriarchy whether we like it or not.
Yeah, for sure. I totally agree with you. And not only that, and then here's something else that's different. If we really want to break it down and go into a lot of details, I think culture is also an issue. Like, not an issue, but is a factor. Culturally, I'm not sure where the girl from the picture was. To me, she looked African American, like an African American couple, but it could have been a Jamaican couple. It could have been it could have been anybody. They could have been Dominican. I don't know, because based off the picture, I can't tell. Pero en la cultura latina también is also looked at. Mira esta fresca, mira esta sinvergüenza, ahí agachándose, asking for, matrimonio to a guy who hasn't asked her. So, culturally, I feel like también the American community is a little bit more open-minded when it comes to those things. The Latino community perhaps isn't as open-minded into asking men for marriage, like women asking men for marriage. I don't know.
You know what, Amara? Here's a hot take for you, baby. Here's a hot take for your crowd here that listens to Exactly Amara. Aren't we the prize as well? As men, can't we be the prize? Or no? I mean, is that
if you are a good man, yes, you will be the prize if you are a good man. And those are rare.
Yeah, you are a prize to your mother because she gave birth to you. No. No, it is true. Men, there's some men que ellos también son el prize, I must admit. Hay hombres que se merecen que tú le des el ring, no, everything, because you see them sacrifice for their home. You see them put in the work for you. I know a lot of men that have even taken the father role of those children that their fathers decided to abandon. Like, hay hombres que se merecen que tú le dices, conchale, I'm not going to get him on knee, pero mira, you want to marry me? Okay, dale, let's go. I get it. Pero eso que the man is the prize. Ladies, let me know how you feel about this. Do you think that men are also the prize? That men also deserve to be given a ring? If you like it, you should have put a ring on it. Tell me how you feel about it, because go to Exactly Amara on Instagram and on Twitter. I want to read your comments. I don't know.
And you know what's funny? That sparked a lot of memes online where it showed pregnant women, chopping wood outside while their man was inside, like relaxing. Like, they did the gender role difference, right? So instead of the woman being pregnant inside hanging out or doing like certain things that, women do when they're pregnant, taking care of themselves, it was the man doing it inside the house, and the woman coming home from work with a pregnant belly, chopping wood outside with a pregnant belly, doing all kinds of crazy stuff, outdoorsy stuff, as if they were the man. pretty funny. I think that people kind of spun it and played with it. But to kind of like move the conversation along. Now, you mentioned being pregnant and and having no ring on your finger and whatnot. What's your personal like take now? You're about to have these two beautiful angels, and you're single.
Yeah, I'm single and I'm ready to mingle.
Yeah, what's your take for yourself going through this entire pregnancy? You've done this on your own. If you're okay talking about this, like you've done this on your own.
I don't have a problem talking about it. It is what it is. Mira, I won't give too many details, right? Because I always promised myself that I would never talk in any other different matter about the father of my child or the situation or whatever, because dicen que el que escupe para arriba le cae en la cara. Like sometimes you'll be talking shit like, this son of a, I would never. And then next thing you know, you guys are holding hands and walking in the beach and falling in love. Like, I don't think that that's what's going to happen, but I'm just saying, and I never want my kids to be like, thanks to the internet, things stay recorded and you'll always be able to hear it and then, or see it. And I wouldn't want my kids to be like, oh, you were there talking shit about, my father or anything like that. No. But what I will say is it has been very hard for me. I felt, mira, there's no guidebook, like I always say, on how to live your life, right? There's no guidebook. You figure shit out as you live. I felt like I fucked up. I messed up because I waited for so long because I wanted my fairy tale. My fairy tale was to get married first, do everything by the book, buy a home, then the children and the baby carriage. But it didn't happen like that. And I also understand that sometimes things don't have to happen in that order. I'm still young. Things don't have to happen in that order. I love him for giving me my blessings, for giving me my children. And then that's it. Dicen también que God gives you what he knows that you can handle. Even if you feel that you can't, God gave me not one, but two, because he felt that I can handle it. And I am doing my best to figure it out. Did I wish I had a ring right now? Yes. Did I wish, and it's not even about the ring. The ring is just como the moral of the story. Did I wish that I had a husband, a fiance, a father figure at this moment, que me, rub my tummy and go through this process and be right next to me while I'm pushing my babies out? Yes. Would it happen in that way? Probably not, or at this point, not. But that's okay, That's okay. And then I finally came to accept and understand that. It took me a long time. It took me depression. I've gone through depression so much that I even started taking therapy, things that I don't make public because people are ready to judge you. My depression got so bad, even with hormones and everything, I ended up having to take therapy because the depression was killing me of knowing that I had to do this by myself. Like I didn't do my babies by myself, but God's timing is perfect. Maybe later on in life, things will change, but in the meantime, it's hard. So I can understand how this girl, decided to propose to this man. Maybe she's trying to secure that father figure. She's trying to secure that husband, that support. Because we're talking a lot of shit, but we're not in her shoes. We don't know exactly how she felt, what she's going through, what he's done for her, or what the case may be. So
yeah, you're completely correct. And I know, Arlene, we reached out on social media, correct? And we had a bunch of our amazing listeners throw some questions our way, right?
They were very active on social media with this post, and they had a lot to say. Mr. Sals817 said, if a man is that caught up in himself, he's sus. He's suspicious. Well, like you mentioned, Amara, we don't know this guy's situation. For all we know, this is someone who is a great person in this woman's life, and that's why she's going above and beyond for him. But as you mentioned, typically, generalizing, that's not the case. So we really hope that guy is legit. Modelin Altender said, I can't. I'm traditional on this 100%. We definitely talked about that.
Shout outs to all the traditional girls. If you're into the tradition, me too. Shout outs to them. And by the way, let's change this topic. Well, let's just change the perspective for 2 seconds. What about if he had asked her in the past and she said no?
Yeah, that's
you never know.
Maybe él le pidió matrimonio. Maybe he asked and she wasn't ready, or she said no, and now she felt like, damn, this is the right time to do it. There's many ways, there's many sides to the stories. We don't know what happened.
And he sure looks surprised in the photo. He was like, "Oh my goodness,
I
this
would
is
be
actually
surprised
happening."
too. I would be surprised too.
Okay, well, Honey Cat J said, hell nah, if you want to do that, cool, but I ain't into it. The real So King D Up said, all you need is loyalty. The rest is bullshit. The ring, the marriage, the gifts, all overrated.
Amara, I feel like that's kind of like a little bit of your answer. Like, I know you want the love and the fairy tale because you have spoken about it, but you're also hard body. Like, hey, listen, you show me that you're here for me and do the right thing, and things will come, right? Because I think I felt that from you in the past.
Yeah, I'll rock with you. I'll rock with you. Mira, I too, I'm not gonna lie. I want the ring because I want the pictures. I want the dress. I want the cake. I want, tú me entiendes? I want the party with the friends. Yeah. Okay, that's it. Pero there's something about that paper. When you sign that paper, I don't know what happens, but I know a lot of people that have been together for a very long time. 18 years together, perfecto. Oh, let's finally go get married. Divorce in a year. I don't know why that happens. So realistically, do you have to get married legally in order to have a successful relationship? No. Do you have to? The ring just makes you feel como que we're serious about each other. This is legit. We're really trying to, like, you're for me and I'm for you, and we're rocking. And also for every other bitch out there that's gonna see you at the gym and is gonna see you around at the supermarket, look at that ring. You see that ring? That means he's taken. Don't talk to my man.
Pa que sepan.
That's what that means to us. And also for women, I also think that it's also between women and women cattiness. If you see this ring, you know what my man got me this ring. If your ring looks, if your ring starts to look a little crunchy and crusty on the sides and stuff like that, we know your man ain't got it like that, but he tried. So the point is, the ring is just like that statement, como que that stamp. But en realidad, yeah, the loyalty, just be a good man, be a good wife, be a good woman to your man. The ring is just a thing, but is it like 1,000% guaranteed that you're going to have a successful relationship because you have a ring and you got married? Not necessarily.
The interesting thing, Amara, is that during the pandemic, single motherhood has actually been surging. More people want to explore being a mother or being a parent. I mean, there's people that are adopting as well. Why do you think that those numbers went up during the pandemic? Is it because people were like, I'm not messing around, time's wasting, why do you think people have been trying to do this single motherhood thing?
Mija, because the people are dying. You don't know what's happening. Are you not watching the news, mija? We're falling apart.
But I would have thought the opposite.
She said,
because
we're falling
people
apart.
were dying.
We're falling
Because
apart.
people were dying. I thought people would be more scared.
No, we're having the pandemic babies. Haven't you seen them? Yo, you give birth to them and then like in a week they start talking and everything. They're like, I don't know. The pandemic babies are different these days. Pero the truth is,
I'm dead.
They're smart. They're smart. They're walking. They're heading to school earlier.
They're like wobbling already, like in 2 days. I'm like, ay, Dios mío, what's going on with the children? What I will say is, I think that the pandemic really showed us that you're here today and you could be gone tomorrow. A lot of times we keep waiting for the opportunity, waiting for the day, waiting for this moment. You create the moment. The moment is whenever you decide that the moment is there. There's no perfect time to have children. There's no perfect time to get married. There's no perfect time to get your degree. There's no perfect time because you're here today, and it doesn't mean that you're just gonna die because of COVID or because of pandemic or what's happening. You can go outside right now. Dios no quiera, Dios te proteja. And all my listeners, a car comes, boom, yeah, it's a wrap. Everything that you had planned for next week is done. Is over. So I feel that a lot of people decided, you know what? Whether I get married or I don't get married, whether I have a man, I don't have a man, or whatever the case may be, if I want to be a mother, if I want to experience that feeling, I'm just going to do it. Whether it is that I have to adopt or just get banged by someone and just have my baby on my own, have your baby on your own. You could still be an amazing mother as a single mother. You could be an amazing father. Shout out to all the single fathers out there putting in that work, because we never really talk about you guys. Hey, we never really talk about you guys, and you guys deserve props too. If you're out there being a single father and putting in that work, you deserve it as well. Pero that's what I think. Alex, what do you think?
Yeah, I 100% behind you on that end there, when especially with whether you're a single parent, male or female, and the pandemic has also brought a lot of more people together as well, with seeing loved ones pass away, friends pass away, and having that much more time at home. I know for me it was a godsend to be able to spend more time with my little one, and just being able to see her grow, I know there was a lot of bad things happening throughout that 1 year, but for me, I said, you know what? Like you said, I became the hunter gatherer protector, and this is what I wanted to do. I wanted to see my little one, grow and just whatever. Yeah, but you know what? I wanted to ask you something. Now that you are almost at the tail end of your pregnancy,
Oh
you're
my
gonna have
gosh, Lord, I'm
yeah,
not
you're gonna
ready.
have these two kids running around the house, pulling microphones, kicking computers, and all that good stuff. Because
Thanks. Sounds great.
give us some tips for any single female that's out there who's about to give birth or have a kid, or already might have an infant, even a male who might be alone with their infant. Can you know let's give them some tips. What do you think? Is building a support system one of them? Like, because they do say it takes a village to raise a child, right?
Building a support system is very important. My support system is my mother. Thank God. I have my mother, and I won't lie. During this process, I realized that I had really good friends, and sometimes me sorprendió because a veces the friends that are always around you, they don't be the ones. It be the ones that you never call, the ones that are random as hell that actually showed up to be like, if you need me, I'm here. That have shown me more support than those friends that I've gone to the club with, hung out with, come to my house and eat my refrigerator up. It's not those. It's the other ones that understood or connected with the fact that Conchale, ella está sola during this process. So definitely having a support system is important. Your support system doesn't have to be big. You don't have to have the whole village. Óyeme, if you have one or two people that really rock with you solid, that's all that you need. And yeah, I think that's important, especially in my case. If you're having more than one, if you're having 2 or 3 kids, 4 kids all at once, girl, you need that support system. And otra cosa muy importante, mental health. I'm not going to get into details, but guys, it is so important. Your mental health. Yo, if you need to take some time away from everything, do it. Your body is going through so many different things. You need time to process. Your body is changing. Your boobs are hurting. My ass is getting bigger. I'm checking for stretch marks every day. I'm feeling depressed, and then I'm happy, and then I'm sad, and then I'm cold, and then I'm hot. I don't know what is going on. You need time for yourself. If being with friends makes you feel good, good. If being alone makes you feel good, good. And if you feel that you need help, que no te dé vergüenza. Don't feel embarrassed if you feel like I need to see a therapist. I need to talk to a professional. I need to talk to somebody that can help me understand my body, my situation, and my feelings. Don't be afraid of doing that tampoco.
What about considering a birthing partner? If you're not in a relationship, who's going to be in the room with you to hold your hand and say, push?
Exactly. A birthing partner. In my perfect world, originally, I really wished that I could have had my mom to my right side and, my man to the left side. And that was my dream. I visualized looking to the right and to the left, and the 2 people that I love the most would be there to support me. However, I'm just going to look to the right. And when I look to the right, I'm going to have my mother right there. They gave birth to me, and she's going to watch me give birth to her grandchildren. And we're going to rock solid. And then again, COVID came. So now in the hospital, they only let you have one person. And you're lucky now, because before, in the middle of pandemic, these women had to give birth sola, by themselves. Sin nadie en el hospital. Nobody in there, no father, no mother. You had to see them from the window. Por suerte, you can at least have one person now. Because me, I would have had a whole camera crew, everything. I want to record the whole experience, the whole moment for the cameras, lighting. Pero it's not going to happen that way.
And then to kind of wrap it up before we get out of here, I believe that part of that support system is also connecting with other single parents,
Yeah.
right? Who do have the kids, and I don't know if I believe you're gonna have your mom helping you with the kids.
Right.
They're at home, but also you're gonna be taking your kids out. You're gonna go to parks. You're gonna go on walks. You're gonna do certain things, right?
Yeah.
So those things you'll see other parents, and I think it's a good thing for parents to kind of as a parent myself, to kind of interact with others, and for you to also get some type of feedback, maybe help, because there's also nosy people out there, we know this,
Yes.
but to kind of collaborate with other people, we need that, we're human, we need that one-on-one connection with others. So
Yes.
I believe that connecting with other single parents might help as well.
I think that that's definitely important to connect with other single parents, but at the same time, also understand that everybody's experience and everybody's journey is different. Just because something worked for one parent doesn't mean it's going to work for you. And just because you see one parent, thriving at being a single mother and, oh, she's looking all happy, she gave birth and like a week later she has 6 packs and her body's perfect, everything. No. None of that pressure. Be there to support each other, but don't be there unconsciously to compete. I think that that's important también.
That's perfect. So
that's great advice.
Yeah, I love it.
Oh my God, this episode has been so good. I'm so grateful for this conversation. Gracias a todos los chismosos that be writing on my Instagram, and they be giving their opinions, because sometimes out of those things we come up with really good topics that can actually be very helpful, educational, and impactful for my listeners. And that's what I really care about at the end of the day, to continue to figure out ways to inspire, motivate you guys. And if there's any questions, if there's any suggestions, if there's any advice that you would like to give us, feel free to go to Exactly Amara on Instagram and on Twitter. We're always there to check it out. I want to thank Alex, Arlene, muchísimas gracias for always supporting my show, for being here, for being part of the show, behind the scenes, in front of the scenes, even if Arlene's not ready to show her fabulous face at this moment.
We love you. We are your ride or dies.
Thank you so much. And for all the single mothers out there, if you're pregnant without a ring, girl, you got this. And if you're a single mother, I am so proud of you. If you're a single father, my most highest respect to you. You're doing an amazing job. We need more people like you. With that being said, thank you everyone for joining. And remember to follow, like I said before, Exactly Amara on Instagram and Twitter. Also go check out My Cultura podcast on Instagram. And you can also watch the podcast on my YouTube channel at Amara La Negra, ALN, or just right on the search bar, Exactly Amara. You can watch all the episodes and all. Tú entiendes, relajo que se alma aquí, which is really good. This has been a production of iHeart's My Cultura Podcast Network. For more podcasts from iHeart, visit the iHeart Radio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you listen to your favorite show. It's your girl, Amara La Negra, and this was Exactly Amara.